What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I don't know why I have these handcuffs in my hand. We're gonna just put these over to the side. But anyway, welcome back to another video. We're about to check out 10 Canadian inventions. Now I know you guys in Canada invent some great things like basketball. You know, we got Naismith, who invented a Canadian that invented basketball. But when he invented it, he was in America. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let y'all have that, bro. Just because he Canadian, so y'all gonna take that. But anyway, baseball, hockey, and some other stuff. That's just sports. I'm naming sports, but I'm pretty sure you guys invented a lot more things than just that. And we're about to check out this video to see what it is. Now, I'm not hip to all the inventions coming from Canada. But right now, today, we're going to figure it out. As always, man, y'all see me. I got on my Denver Bronco gear, man. We kicking booty right now. As always, let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm going to drop you hello, what's up in the chat. You already know how I do. If you're new to the channel, make sure if you like what's going on here, subscribe. And we're going to keep it going. Besides that, let's go.
I'm Christopher Green, and welcome to Canada.
What's up, Chris?
Canadians are very resourceful and have come up with some great inventions over the years. Here's a list of 10 inventions invented by Canadians. Number 1. Time zones. Time zones were invented by Sir Sandford Fleming. Number 2. The BlackBerry.
Damn, hold on, wait, oh. Don't be going fast like that, bruh. Time zones that we use all around the world was invented by a Canadian? That's crazy. Man, I didn't know that. For sure. My man said BlackBerry. Now, time zone was number 1. Well, he didn't go from number 10 to number 1. He going from 1 to 10. Damn, Chris. You could have went the other way, bro. But time zones is a very important one. That might be, well, we'll see. We're going to rank these. We're going to see if its ranking is good. We're going to rank these together.
Invented by Canadian Mike Lazardis. While it might not be the most prevalent smartphone these days, it was one of the first. And people were walking around with their eyes glued to their BlackBerries long before they had their eyes glued to their iPhones or their Androids. Number 3. Wheelchair-accessible buses. The first wheelchair-accessible buses were invented by Walker Harris Callow in 1947. He designed the bus to accommodate veterans who were coming back from the Second World War. A lot of these veterans had injuries that required them to use a wheelchair. Unfortunately, getting onto public transit in a wheelchair wasn't very easy. At least,
I wonder if he was did he patent the idea? Because, man, matter of fact, my brother, he drives for the city, and that's what he does. He drives the wheelchair handicap accessible buses. So I wonder if this dude patented the idea.
At least until Walker came along and invented his wheelchair-accessible buses. And speaking of wheelchairs, let's move on to number 4. The electric wheelchair. Canadians really care when it comes to not allowing a disability to become a disadvantage. And this care was shown by George Klein in 1952 when he invented the electric wheelchair. Number 5. The Canadarm. The Canadarm is a giant robotic arm used on space shuttles. And more recently, it's been used on the International Space Station. As the name implies, the Canadarm is a Canadian invention, and one of the people who helped this invention come to be was actually my own grandfather, Joseph Lackner. My grandfather was literally a rocket scientist and worked on batteries used in space.
That boy got that Amish beard. So the Canadarm. So my question is this: is it used on other spaceships besides the Canadian spaceship? That's the question I have. If you guys know, let me know.
He's been recognized by the Canadian Space Agency, the US Air Force, and NASA. He also received an award from a former Canadian Prime Minister. As a little kid, I always thought it was really strange how he kept batteries in the refrigerator to help them keep their charge, but I guess he knew what he was doing. Number 6. The snowmobile. I suppose it's fitting that a Canadian would invent the snowmobile. Joseph Armand Bombardier, a Quebecer, invented the snowmobile, unfortunately because of a tragedy. During a blizzard, his young son got very sick, and because of all the snow, they couldn't travel to the hospital, and unfortunately he died. Monsieur Bombardier did not want that to happen to anybody else. So he invented the snowmobile. Now fortunately, these days we have things like snow tires and everything, so getting through a blizzard is not as hard as it was back then, and the snowmobile has become more of a fun recreational thing. Number 7, the snowblower. Speaking of snow, there are 2 Canadians who are credited with patents for early versions of the snowblower. Robert.
Hey, that's crazy. Hold on. A hockey stick in a bucket.
Snowblower. Robert Carr Harris of New Brunswick is credited with the first patent, and Arthur Sicard of Quebec is credited with the first practical snowblower. Number 8, the gas mask. During the First World War, Germans used poison gas against the Allied troops. Dr. Clooney McPherson, a Newfoundlander, modified a helmet taken from an enemy prisoner. Using this, he created a gas mask. His efforts saved British, Canadian, and other Dominion lives. Number 9, the Robertson screw. That's right, that screw with a little square indent for your drill or your screw to get in there. It was invented by Canadian P.L. Robertson in 1908. And last but definitely my favorite on the list, number 10, the egg carton. I think this one's especially cool to us who are in the news media industry because it was invented by a newspaper editor. That's right, in 1911, British Columbian newspaper editor Joseph Coyle invented the egg carton. I love these interesting origin stories, and this one develops from a dispute between a local farmer and a local hotel owner. Basically, this farmer sold eggs to this hotel owner, but when they showed up, they were all cracked, and I'm guessing the hotel owner was kind of like,
"These eggs are cracked. I will not receive these eggs. I want my money back."
And the farmer was like,
"Hey, look, man, it ain't my fault that the eggs got cracked. I wasn't driving the truck. Maybe you just cracked them so you don't have to pay for them. You expect me to fall for that old trick?"
And it just kind of got messy. I mean, I guess it already had. The eggs got broken, and that's messy. The editor, Mr. Coyle, solved the problem by creating the egg carton, which allowed the eggs to be transported without jiggling all around and breaking so much. So you see, newspapers are the community's best friend. Wink, wink, wink. So there you have it, 10 Canadian inventions.
Canada has produced some incredible people over the years, and those people have produced some equally incredible inventions. You might know some of the obvious ones, like, say, ice hockey, goalie masks for hockey, instant replay for hockey, poutine for eating after hockey, table hockey to play more hockey, the jockstrap for hockey, or basketball. You might not know that some Canadian innovations are absolutely critical for modern life and have little to do with ice. Here are just a few of the most notable. 1. Peanut butter. In the late 19th century, Marcellus Gilmore Edson from Montreal patented an edible spread made of roasted peanuts ground into a semi-fluid and mixed with sugar. Doesn't sound so appetizing put that way, but as anyone with 2 slices of bread and some jam would attest, it's well worth it. Thanks to
Now, was the peanut butter and jelly sandwich created in Canada as well? I love me some peanut butter. I'm telling you guys, peanut butter is life. Especially Reese's peanut butter cup. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Edson, people around the world can enjoy a protein-rich snack. 2. Plexiglass. While technically discovered earlier, it was William Chalmers, a McGill graduate student, whose synthesizing of methyl methacrylate made practical manufacturing of plexiglass possible. And, like everything invented in 1931, it was put to military use in about 1 million ways over the next 15 years before finding its peacetime place in aquariums, lenses for glasses, and a truly Canadian use, hockey rink glass. 3. Checked luggage. It was John Michael Lyons of Moncton, New Brunswick, who first thought of attaching a ticket to a traveler's baggage so it could be stowed and picked up later. Little did he know that he'd be creating a key feature of airports before airplanes were even a thing. He also didn't know that people would eventually try to avoid using his invention as much as possible. Oh well. Number 4, egg cartons. Before 1911, eggs used to be carried in baskets. Then, Joseph Coyle, a newspaper editor in BC, invented the egg carton to solve a dispute between a farmer and his client who complained of always being delivered broken eggs. Frankly, the whole thing sounds like an Alice Munro short story. Anyways, now our eggs are usually intact when we buy them. 5. Insulin.
What is that paper that the carton is made out of? Reminds me of paper mache, but I don't know what it is. It cardboard or hardboard? But it's like mixed. What is it? What is the egg carton's material?
One's pretty important. In the 20s, a Canadian foursome of Banting, Best, MacLeod, and Collip figured out how to extract insulin for medicinal. Yeah, this one's pretty important. In the 20s, a Canadian foursome of Banting, we buy them. 5. Insulin. Yeah, this one's pretty important. In the 20s, a Canadian foursome of Banting, Best, MacLeod, and Collip figured out how to extract insulin for medicinal use, and consequently save the lives of millions and millions of diabetics. 2 of them won the Nobel Prize for their discovery, and being generous boys, they shared their prizes with the remaining pair. 6. Radio. Though a great number of different scientists were barking up the electromagnetic wave tree, a Canadian, Reginald A. Fessenden, was the first to ever successfully send audio. If that wasn't enough, a few years later he became the first to make a public radio broadcast. Thanks, Reg.
Wow, Reg. Hey, man, hey. Some amazing stuff has been made over there in Canada. Let me hold on. Some life-saving things as well. Like insulin, man. That's a big thing. Shout out to the Canadian Inventions. I need to find another one because I know you guys make more stuff than this. Only thing that overlapped was the egg carton from the previous video, but no, y'all got some good stuff over there. But yeah, tell me about that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Was it made in Canada? Let me know. But I'll see y'all in the next video.